So now let us take few examples here. Okay. Yes. So first one. Okay, I write down like this. Find Hilbert transform of. Okay. First signal x of t equal to delta of t. Okay, x of t equal to delta of t. So clearly, what will be our xh of t? Xh of t is x of t convolved with 1 by pi t. So if you can do directly in time domain, we will do it. If you cannot do it in time domain, we'll go into frequency domain. Okay, so this should be equal to how much? X of t is how much here? Delta of t, and this flow is convolved with 1 by pi t. But we know that convolution of any signal with delta of t will give you what? You get back the signal. So this should be equal to 1 by pi t. It means what? Hilbert transform of delta of t is 1 by pi t. Okay, right. Next, second one. Let us take x of t to be equal to 1 by pi t. Okay, so for this, what will be our xh of t? What is Hilbert transform of a signal? It is convolution of x of t with whom? 1 by pi t. But here what is x of t? X of t itself is 1 by pi t. So this should be equal to 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t. So clearly doing convolution in time domain would be little bit tough, and hence we will take the help of Fourier transform. Okay, so this fellow will have what as Fourier transform? 1 by pi t has minus j signum of omega, and 1 by pi t again will have minus j signum of omega, and hence overall Fourier transform would be minus j signum of omega whole square. So this should be equal to how much here? Minus 1 whole square is plus 1, j square is minus 1, and signum of omega square is how much? If you multiply signum function with itself, what do you get? You get 1. Okay, so finally you get, so signum of omega into signum of omega, which is equal to 1. So minus j signum of omega whole square is equal to how much? Minus 1. So if you go into time domain, which signal will have minus 1 as a Fourier transform? You have minus delta of t. So minus delta of t will have minus 1 as the Fourier transform. So what did we get here? We got that 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t is equal to how much? Minus delta of t. Okay, right. Now we will try to do some fun examples. So what will happen? 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t. So this is equal to how much here? So 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t, we got to be minus delta of t already. So you'll get minus delta of t, and this fellow is again convolved with 1 by pi t. So definitely this should be equal to how much? Delta of t convolved with 1 by pi t is the same signal, but minus is there. So you'll get minus 1 by pi t. So similarly, what will happen? If you take convolution of 1 by pi t 4 times. So 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t. So this should be equal to how much here? First one. So this 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t, we already know the answer. 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t, we know it. So this should be equal to minus delta of t convolved with, correct? And second fellow also will have minus delta of t. So this should be equal to how much? Minus will get cancelled. Delta of t convolved with delta of t is delta of t itself. So 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t convolved with 1 by pi t again convolved with 1 by pi t will give you delta of t. Okay. Next, what happens if I convolve all these fellows with x of t? So x of t convolved with 1 by pi 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 t. So this should be equal to how much here? That should be equal to x of t convolved with delta of t. Why? This whole term, correct? 1 by pi t convolved with itself 4 times. What did we get? We got it to be delta of t. But we know that any signal x of t convolved with delta of t is x of t itself. So this implies what? If you take Hilbert transform of a signal 4 times, what does it mean? You will get back the signal. Means what? Each Hilbert transformer introduces 90 degrees phase shift. Okay, each Hilbert transformer introduces 90 degrees phase shift. How much phase shift at? Minus 90 degrees phase shift. Okay, yes. So next, let us take fifth example. So we want to find Hilbert transformer of cos omega naught t. Okay, so I'll take x of t to be cos omega naught t. Okay, so you can, if you are smart, you can say that this fellow will have xh of t, because what is Hilbert transformer? It introduces 90 degrees phase shift. Definitely cos of, what do you get? Omega naught t. How much phase shift? Minus 90 degrees phase shift. So this should give you what as the answer? This is nothing but how much? Sine omega naught t. So Hilbert transform of cos omega naught t is how much? Sine omega naught t. So let us see this in a more formal way. Okay, so cos x of t equal to cos omega naught t. So this fellow will have what as Fourier transform? If you, I'll just plot the Fourier transform. You have two Dirac deltas at where? Plus or minus omega naught, correct? Which with the strength how much here? Pi. So this fellow will have a strength of pi, and this fellow also will have a strength of pi. So this is our x of j omega. Okay. Now we want Hilbert transform. So, and Hilbert transform means what? You have to convolve cos omega naught t with 1 by pi t. So in we will do that in frequency domain. So just now we have seen that Fourier transform of 1 by pi t is how much? Minus j signum of omega, whose plot we have plotted like this. Okay, so this is plus j and this is minus j. So Hilbert transform is what? Xh of t is equal to cos omega naught t convolved with 1 by pi t. Okay, so this fellow will have what as Fourier transform. Let us try to plot it. Okay, yes, means also we are convolving these two fellows. So what should we do in frequency domain? We have to multiply these two guys. So what will happen here? At minus omega we have Dirac delta of strength pi, and at minus omega this fellow's amplitude is how much? J. So j times pi, and it is multiplied with plus j. Okay, so at minus omega naught you get j times pi as the strength of that Dirac delta. Okay, j times pi. But what happens at plus omega naught? At plus omega naught the Dirac delta strength is pi, but at plus omega naught the amplitude of the function is how much? Minus j. So what will happen? You get a negative Dirac delta of strength minus j pi. Okay, so this would be our xh of j omega. So clearly, which signal will have this as the Fourier transform? We know that sine omega naught t will have this as the Fourier transform. Okay, right. So again I will write down sixth example. So next example, so let us take x of t to be sine omega naught t. So we want Hilbert transform of which signal? Sine omega naught t. Again, if you are smart, what will be our xh of t? That would be equal to sine omega naught t minus pi by 2, which would be equal to minus cos omega naught t. Okay, so formal proof I will leave it as homework. Okay, so just like we have done in the above example, you have to do that. Okay, so formal proof is homework. Okay, you have to, what is that you have to do? You have to plot the Fourier transform of sine omega naught t and Fourier transform of 1 by pi t, and then you multiply them, and you can easily prove that that is equal to how much? The corresponding signal would be minus cos omega naught t. Okay.